So sure, a lot of people are getting fully electric vehicles to do their daily commute or to drive around, but it's not like we're seeing transport trucks that are powered fully electric, or are we?
So it's a 100% electric truck. It's called the Lion truck. And yeah, it's great regional delivery truck. So we operate basically between Soyuz all the way as far north as Kamloops. And I actually just had our first delivery to Big White last week. So yeah, fantastic zero emission option for Westwood to be able to provide that service to their customers.
All right. Now, I think a lot of people have wrapped their minds around how you can power with 100% electric for your commuter vehicle,
Yep.
but I don't think a lot of people envision this, for moving freight.
Yeah.
So I guess you're changing some minds with this?
Yeah, we're trying to. We're trying to. I mean, this is really that's exactly it. We're trying to show people that this is feasible, but not only feasible, this can be a successful model as well and a profitable model for transportation companies. So, I think absolutely people know that there are limitations to electric. And that's true. Is this going to be a truck going to Calgary or Vancouver every day? No, not at this point. But in terms of a final mile regional delivery truck, it's really a fantastic option. And yeah, we want to prove that, hey, this is a good long-term feasible, viable option for companies like Westwood and others as well.
Right. So at this point, this vehicle you've got really isn't set up to do long haul trucking.
Not long haul trucking. Our range per day is about 250 kilometers in a day. So, in the Okanagan Valley, that's perfect, right? We can go, like I said, kind of down to Soyuz roughly, and then as far north as Kamloops roughly in a day. So the range for the valley is fantastic. For the lower mainland would be great. Victoria and Nanaimo kind of urban centers, but it's not set up for long haul trucking at the moment. That's really where we'd be looking at natural gas options, or in the very near future here, hydrogen fuel cell trucks as well. So both kind of, either available now or within the next couple of years.
So this is kind of a new idea, and you've got this arrangement with Westwood, and it's been a few months now. This is kind of like you're testing it out.
Yeah, it has been a few months. So we're pretty new to it. So far, so good. Things have been going really well. But yeah, it's exactly it. Basically, we want to test the model here, make sure we're successful here. And then ideally, we'd love to kind of replicate this model with other customers in the Okanagan Valley here, also the lower mainland and other parts of BC as well.
I think it becomes for the company that's utilizing your services, it can be a feather in their cap to say, hey, we're using a less carbon intensive model for moving our product around. So do they pay a premium, or are you coming in at the same rate that the trucks behind you would be?
Yeah, it's a great question. No, there is no green premium. And I think that's very important to our business model, is basically we are the same price as current diesel providers out there. So, absolutely it's a feather in their cap, and they don't have to pay any more for it. So it's a win-win. Yeah.
So do you see this, based on early days here, do you see yourself scaling this up?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal. Like I said, we'd love to take the model here with Westwood. It's a dedicated truck to them. If there are other customers that kind of feel that sustainability is important to them and to their customer base, and they want to make this part of their total offering, we'd love to take this model and replicate it with them. So you can see here, we've got a charger on site, which is fantastic. The truck returns to base every single day, plugs in, is reloaded for the next day, and then it goes out and does its thing the following day.
So far, I guess you're getting lots of work with Westwood Cabinets. Are you doing some work for some other companies as well?
Yeah, there's lots of interest in other customers just saying, hey, can we do one or two pilot deliveries together to see how this works? We'd love to see the truck. We'd love to see it in action. So that will be happening over the coming months. And then we're also in talks with a few customers in Vancouver as well to potentially launch some full-time trucks there. So yeah, I think some exciting things to come. We'll definitely be scaling in 2024.
Okay, so any new idea, there's going to be, positives and negatives, pluses and minuses. Are there any minuses? Are there any negatives to it?
Honestly, no, there's not. Not yet. Let's, we'll see what the future brings. But in terms of reliability, so far the truck's been fantastic. We have two great people working in the truck full time. It can do everything that the previous diesel-powered truck could do. Other positives include obviously the net zero aspect, but in terms of us as Origin, Our maintenance costs are lower. We're producing carbon credits through the truck as well, so it's another revenue stream for us. And it's,
Did it cost you more than it would have to just get a similar, fossil fuel-based vehicle?
Yeah, it did. But there's some amazing government grants and incentives right now, both from the federal government and from the provincial government. So after you factor in those incentives that you get back, it's actually, very much on par with a current diesel-powered truck. So really not all that much different.
If I could just imagine, worst case scenario, we've heard sometimes with electric vehicles there can be a catastrophic problem with the battery. That's the most expensive part of the whole vehicle.
Yeah.
But you're covered there?
Yeah. So the company we bought from, Lion Electric, they're called. They've actually been around for 20 or 30 years manufacturing electric heavy-duty vehicles. So they started in school buses, actually. They're based out in Montreal. Currently still selling school buses today, so have sold to School District 23 and some others, I believe. But basically, we have a great warranty package through them. So if there was some catastrophic failure, we know that we're covered and those batteries can be fixed or replaced if necessary.
For how long?
I believe we're 8 to 9 years is that warranty period.
And if the vehicle lasts that long, I guess you can check that as a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're operating this in 9 years, which we absolutely plan to be, in my mind, we've outlasted most diesel-powered trucks at that point, and we will have been zero emission for 9 years. So good deal.
So when are we seeing your second truck?
Second truck, we'll say January, February 2024. Give us a couple of months, but we're working on it.
All right, terrific. Thanks for telling us about it, Alex Norman.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.